Hi, YouTube. I've, I'll just leave it. What the heck? Welcome, new friends. That's what I had on my mind. Blah. So, anyway, yeah, it's been quite the morning. I have contacted, well, so many platforms and so many national, local, and international news media. I've contacted my governor of my state, um, the the a senator, Amy Klobuchar, star, whatever, and went on a live stream to the state floor legislators and let them know how I felt about um, children, orphan children, citizens of the United States being adopted out of our country, you know? So I want to know who gave what authority to who to do something to a United States citizen just because it doesn't have parents. Or do they have parents? And it doesn't matter. The point is, we have American citizens being taken out of their country. I don't care what other countries do or say. American citizens have rights, and a lot of other countries have rights. And for one thing, you cannot be adopted or sold into another country. I don't care what they want to call it. If it smells like trafficking, that's what the is going on. And even domestically, there's been people with orphans that have been uh, gotten in trouble for doing those types of things to children right here in the United States, let alone letting a baby go out of our country. That's outrageous. So, to the platforms on YouTube that I've contacted, I'm not just trying to blow my own horn. You know, I've been around for years, popping in and out, telling you things, whether it's like about God or spiritually or scientifically, getting in conversations here and there. But I've really never been so passionate about a subject that I was aware of. Of course, it happened to me, you know, but they didn't take me out of the country. If they had, I didn't meet my grandmother till I was 34, but and the most wonderful woman I ever met. I would have never met her. And people can say, "Oh yeah, you don't know what I went through to have to find my family." So don't say a word. Go somewhere else and talk on this subject if you must. Make your own video opposing it and why. But nothing you're going to say is going to change my mind on this subject. So we are not a third world country that our children are so destitute that we can't help one of them, that we don't have a foster care system or orphanages that take care of children. Oh, hell yes, we do. And we need more orphanages, not more adoptive parents. That's some hokey bullshit. And I'm going to tell you, a majority of adopted children feel the same way. And if that child in the future, like I found out, have siblings that are half siblings, they're still my siblings that I never would have gotten to know. And they wouldn't have known me, you know? So no, this is not cool. You don't take a baby out of its country when it's the United States of America. Taking an a United States citizen and giving it to another country to live in another country's family with their set of laws or lack of them? No, that's one of our babies from our country. I wouldn't be here if they fucking shipped me off to, excuse me, wherever, whether it be like that baby I was talking about, Israel or whatever. I'll leave the little link that they shared on their YouTube page about the baby being adopted out and they're waiting for he had been a heart donor and got a heart. He was adopted out of Wisconsin. So they were at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota and they're waiting for the baby. But that's still not the point. This was and is an American citizen. And I want to know how often this happens, where it happens, and who gives these people, attorneys and other countries, the authority to take one of us. So, yeah, I've been all over the place making people aware of this situation. And if they are aware, you better get your shit together. I got some dogs on your ass right now, like you won't believe. So there's not going to be no excuses for this shit. It's track these children down, put them in an orphanage, get them back home and out of these other countries. Because this is treason to those little children. You're all treasonous and perhaps satanic. I can't prove the satanic part, but the treason part towards that little human being, that part is written on paper, unfortunately for you. And even if it isn't written on paper, the visual evidence of it all and the people and the families involved, I'm sure, can be tracked down next of kin to any of these little people. Because I know for a fact, if my daughter-in-law were to die and she had a newborn, she would want me to help with that baby. That type of thing, you know, or whoever, whatever the situation, the father of that child, who there isn't a court in the land that has a right to take a baby out of the United States. And I'm going to prove it. Not only is it illegal, it's treason. It's beyond treason to that little person. I'm going to keep my head about me, and I am not stopping. I want to hear some rectified on this situation from you people that can do something about it. You better start doing something about it. If you don't want to talk to me and I put I'll stay anonymous, that's fine because I don't need my face in public. But then on the other hand, here I am and I don't care in that respect. I just wanted to show you that I don't want my face on the news just to be saying something and get recognition to my YouTube channel because my YouTube channel is for people that are like-minded, not every Tom, Dick, and whoever, you know. So there's that. Otherwise, I have no qualms whatsoever of setting somebody down at my picnic table and letting them interview me. I don't have an issue with that at all. So we'll just see what comes of all this because I'm not going nowhere for nobody. You know. Besides that, don't forget to wear your mask because we don't do the COVID thing in my yard. So just thought I'd let you know that. I'm just saying, you know. I mean, you can get sick all you want. We just don't do that around here, you know. So Mind over matter, baby. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. But I'm still coming after you. You're going to find out what the word hound dog means. I'm not even kidding. I'm talking attorneys. I'm talking about people that have worked with I'm not no, I guess I'm not saying anymore. I'm just waiting for my hounds to hound you, and I'm just giving you the opportunity right now today to somehow you could get on the TV and tell me you're taking an orphan out of this country. Get on the TV and tell me how you're going to fix that. You think that's not an issue? You think that's noteworthy to put on the nightly news for the American citizens that you just sold one of them or gave it away, whatever you want to call it? It's still treason, and you're all a party to it. It's child trafficking. How are you going to fix that? You can't. You people think it's all funny, this like you're going to change the whole world, reset everything, and everybody's going to just ignore the truth of the so-called little things that are going on in the world that are really chaotic and all screwed up, like what I'm talking about. No, I'm not going to be quiet, and neither is anybody else. You're going to find that out real quick, because courage is happening to be the new trend. Yeah, excuse my air conditioner. I don't know if it's going to be too drastic. I'll try and speak up. Um I did turn it down, but to 75. I had it on 70, but I'm not going to get no lower. We were like 100 degrees and humidity, and it's going to be for at least another day, maybe more. It's been already 2 days of pretty extreme heat, so yeah. I turned it on yesterday about I think about 4:30, because Doug had been out in the heat, well, in and out of a friend's shop. They're trading parts or whatever. But thinking, well, he bought a truck from us, and he needs some hot rod parts, and Doug needs some stuff. So it's all like a parts thing, so they can make what they have run, which is all cool. So, or something extra we like to keep different things around in case one thing. I mean, our hot rods are the ultimate thing, but we have to have what we call beaters, So, but anyway, so our everyday drivers. But then again, our rat rod. And Doug's talking about getting our custom bug on the road. Well, it's only going to take, rubber undercoated and something on. It's got graphics with stars painted. Um, well, anyway, we're thinking of a way to protect that on our dirt road. So yeah, and he'll figure it out. That's what he does. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I have in my video. It's a 69 VW bug. It's got documentation from the World of Wheels car show in California, and all its papers, and it was like first place, first of show, with a roll bar, custom paint. Oh, it's a beautiful little bug. White and yellow. Scroll down if when you see a little yellow and white car, the flames are kind of orangey white on a yellow car, and then the pinstripe striping instead of flames. It's got itty bitty stars, and it looks like kind of like the Milky Way on both sides. It's really beautiful. So that's for sale. Just saying. But we'll drive it until actually we're just taking care of it. It needs to be in a heated shop. It's always been babied, and so it's just something nice, a one of a kind little race car. So drive it nice. We don't drive crazy. We never have. We'll take it to the we can take our cars up to Brainerd International Raceway, our street rod association that we belong to rents the whole raceway for a weekend, well, 4 days in the fall, and then we'll go and just run our cars and see how they time out and stuff like that. So it's fun. It takes a lot of energy to go up there and back though, but it's fun. One time I forgot we have we'll have big barbecues and everything up there, and few meals are sponsored, and like whoever owns, like if you own a orphan car like a Dodge or whatever, or like a Chevy or a Ford, like the Fords will bring the salad, the Chevys will bring like some condiment type of thing or dessert, or that, and they our association provides like the barbecued meat and all kinds of stuff, beverages, and so it's a lot of fun. It's called Minnesota Street Rod Association. So custom and classics, and it's like this weekend was back to the 50s. We've gone to that a lot, but it's really gotten crowded. I guess from what they say, it wasn't too bad this year, but it just reminds me of like times like picnics and old 50 cars and that type of thing, families, and it's they have a lot of family oriented things at the beginning of a meal when we're all gathered. There's several reverends that are hot rodders, and I'm one of them. But when their appointed one gets up, he says grace for everybody and welcomes everybody there before we all just have like excellent barbecued, or they've had like fried chicken and potato salads and all kinds of things. It's beautiful. Desserts, ice cream, soft served ice cream, for everybody. So it's really cool. But I'm glad I started thinking about something a little more happy, because I've had this heavy stuff on my mind for a while, and it is important, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I'm certain that some help is going to happen for these kids. That it's going to be ended, and it needs to be ended. You people are equity to the corporation that calls themselves the United States of America. Well, economically speaking, keeping one of our citizens in our country, if they're a productive citizen, and I have been, I was an orphan, how could that right be taken away from that child? You know, to what? Go be productive somewhere else? I'm pretty sure there's other countries that would have liked to have had my things that I can do in my life. I'm certain of it. Would that have been fair to me? No, hell no, it would not have. I have other adoptees that listen to me, and I know you feel the same way. Don't worry. I've contacted people that save children in bad situations, and different organizations that deal with trafficking and that type of thing, and attorneys and the professionals, not only the government, because they're allowing tyranny towards a citizen of the United States. And it's treasonous to all of us. We're not individual, not when it comes to one nation under God. Justice for all. Where's justice for all? Yeah, we're a nation under God, not a nation, but minus the one we just decided to let another country take. And one, we're pretty sure it's probably not just one. Yeah. And they think they can do anything they damn well please and get away with it. That's the issue here, too. There's a lot going on in the world, yeah. Well, the children are the most important thing in the world, anywhere in the world. They're the future of the planet for everybody. And what we do as adults and in a paternal situation for other people in that paternal mind, as a mother or a father or a sibling, depending on your age that you're watching me, but for the love of another human being, to see the injustice of this. Trust me, it's bad enough not having a real mom and dad. You know, it really is. Never looking somebody in the face that looks like you at all. For never. Even people that they try and teach them of their heritage or some, what a bunch of hokey doo doo that is also. You know. I have one more cigarette with you, and then I blew a fuse. I had to fix that, and I think one other one might be having problems, but it's nothing really serious right now. But I might have blew a circuit breaker, but I'll check it. So anyway, I did change one. It's hot out. It happens, and I had my laundry and dishwasher going, and air conditioner, and I'm sure everybody else is trying to do similar things, you know, so, or keeping their home cool when they come home, you know. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can't even afford to run an air conditioner, you know. That poor little baby. It would be better off in an orphanage with nurses and teachers and doctors and real social workers that check in on them, and having the boys and girls separate, but maybe having gym class or other, you know, type of social school, that type of thing together as a little community that the people in the world could actually see that they were taken care of, you know, in our country, that type of thing. And people that would be willing to go and work with those children and for them, you know. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. There's little kids, families of children that would not have to be split up, you know. Yeah, the boys in different rooms, of course, but in the same school and having the same upbringing together with other kids that are just like that, that's ideal. So that's my idea to make that happen, because it failed a lot with orphanages in the past because the children were so abused. But I do think that times have changed somewhat, where there's compassionate mothers or fathers out there that'd be more than willing to work for the state, for the children of the state, the wards of the state, little citizens of the United States, that they would find pleasure in being teachers and doctors and whoever for these little people. People that have state paid jobs anyway, like teachers, or so it really wouldn't be a big deal at all for any of them. So, and are you going to tell me that these minds in Congress and our legislators in our state, our House of Representatives here or the White House, that none of this has ever occurred to any of them? Or they have never heard of a United States child being adopted out of our country? If that doesn't fry you out, I don't know what will. If that doesn't light a fire under you, that could be your little relative. I don't know if it's mine, but could be. Could be yours. Could have relatives in Canada or Mexico. It looked lighter, but looked like what the Israel, men from Israel, would call goyim or golem or soulless. They look at you or I as soulless and less than them, when in all reality, they're the ones selling their souls, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Them that say they are Jews but are not Jews, and we have proven their bloodline does not even come from that part of the world. The Phoenicians sailed to that part of the world from the Far East and conquered everywhere where they went, into Egypt and so on and so forth, and are still doing it to this day. Even the family I married into, one of their family names was Seaman, as in traveling the seas. So, anyway, that's the type of thing I do. I track things like that. And I have great knowledge in it. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. But if somebody wants to talk, I'm ready for you. So, unless you're talking my language, and it sure isn't your Hungarian dialect. Problem, action, solution. You caused the problem. You caused an action, and I'm going to give you the solution. Get it together and make me know you're getting it together. Make it apparent to me that these children are brought back to America. Or I want you prosecuted for treason. That's as simple as that. The attorneys, the statesmen, the people in the White House, every single one of them that gave somebody the authority, at least once I know of, to have an American citizen taken out of his country. Wow. If that's not the wow of the ages, I don't know what is. Well, thank you for joining me. If you have any ideas of where you can share this story, or who you can share it to, and care ministers, doctors, lawyers, moms, dads, cousins. Tell everybody there's child trafficking going on in the United States. More than we know. Of course, we know like across the borders and whatnot, but I didn't think that our citizens were being taken away from their homeland. So, thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.